When the market is volatile, you should be looking to sell options and enter stocks that are high quality stocks. SoFi is one of them. And in today's video, I have two trades for you on SoFi that I am executing right now that I believe to be really smart plays for the long term. Not just the short term, which I also believe, but the long term as well. Now, SoFi has not actually been hit as hard as some other stocks, which is amazing because I've been covering SoFi for a long time and I'm proud to be a SoFi shareholder. So if you're a SoFi shareholder, and even if you're not a SoFi shareholder, you should still be making the trades that I'm going to show you in this video. Before I show you these two trades using my Robinhood portfolio and going through my current position, I want you to know that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This is just for educational purposes only. I'm just the guy on the internet who has Goldman Sachs experience and has scaled his portfolio to 7 figures, but you should always do your own research and be very careful because there's obviously risks in the market. Now, SoFi is a position that I love. I'm up about $20,000 personally on it. It's not a massive position, but I also have some in my retirement portfolio, and currently I am holding SoFi. So for me, the trades that I'm going to make, I'm going to go to trade SoFi options and also want to cover the technical analysis for you. SoFi has actually held ground very, very strong. Despite a lot of the market coming down, Nvidia man has come down a lot. Bitcoin has pretty much crashed. Bitcoin has crashed very heavily as well as a lot of cryptos. And the VIX is a little bit higher. Like right now, the VIX is sitting at 19, which is above average volatility levels, which is actually a good thing for option sellers. You see, if you're looking to produce income and acquire good quality stocks, then elevated volatility is actually a good thing, right? So SoFi right now sitting at $28 per share, just under the average of the Bollinger Band, just a little bit higher above its moving average, is, in my opinion, the perfect spot. I still absolutely love SoFi. I love them because of their business model. I love them because of their flywheel effect, which is get customers in the door, give customers a good experience, personalize that experience, get them in under basically cheap circumstances, free circumstances, right? Whether it's, just sign up or whether it's start a savings account or, enter with a student loan, which is the strongest one of all, right? Because then you have a lifelong relationship with someone who's a student who will later on buy, their house and get a mortgage loan and stuff like that. SoFi has mastered the game of upselling and cross-selling, and this flywheel effect is something that I look for in a company. That's why I've been talking about SoFi for the longest time. That's why I picked it under $10 billion in market cap. Now we're at much more than triple that. So if you've been subscribed, congratulations. And my community, we are super successful in this stock. So what I am going to do is I'm going to show you two trades. One is going to be a sell put, okay, and then we'll talk about the second trade in a little bit. Let's talk about the sell put. Now, where would I personally sell puts? What level? Well, given that SoFi has pulled back from like $31.50, not even that much of a pullback to be honest, but now it's sitting at a really interesting entry point again because it has had a small bounce despite problems in the market and has had a nice support, a nice bounce right on its moving average. So technically speaking, amazing. Fundamentally, I love this stock as well for the reasons that I mentioned, as well as their strong cash flow. So to me, this is perfect entry in my opinion. This is looking very, very strong. So I want to come in right here at the 27. I'm going to show you kind of how much money you can really collect here. I'm going to go to sell put. I like monthly options, just keeping it really simple. In my community, what I do Mondays and Wednesdays, I handhold and show the trades that I'm making to produce income to scale my portfolio. And this is a trade that I'm going to be executing immediately as soon as the market really opens up. Okay, so what I'm looking at is this 27 strike. Okay, I'm going to expand this right here. You can see the delta is 37. And what delta is saying is there's a 37% chance that SoFi will go down to $27 per share. There's a 37% chance, okay? The implied volatility is 71, which is very high. This is a high implied volatility stock, which is the best of both worlds because it's a high quality stock that also has high implied volatility, okay? So if I were to sell a put option, to me, the reason I would sell a put option and why I love selling put options, and I've been teaching this for 6 years now, is because a put option helps an investor acquire the stock for cheaper than the current value of the stock, right? So SoFi is sitting at $28 per share. If you sell the 27 strike price, you are committed to buying at 27, which is a good thing, right? Because if the stock's at 28.40 and you're committed to buying it at 27, that's good because you're acquiring the stock for cheaper and you're getting paid to wait. You're literally collecting premium to wait to buy the stock at 27. This is why this is such a powerful option strategy that I utilize all the time to scale my portfolio, to help my students scale. I use this strategy. It is literally the best strategy for getting a discount on a stock, for safely trading, right? There's always risks in all trading and the market can always crash. But if you look at a high quality stock, what's the best way to get into it? What's the best entry? It's hard to say, right? Because you can't predict the market. But by selling a put option, you get a built-in discount. You get to basically purchase the stock for cheaper and you get paid for it. So here the premium is going to be $166. Now this percentage return is probably right around 7%, right? Give or take. I'm just kind of ballparking it. But you get paid 7% in about 30 days, right? So in about a month. So that return, an annualized basis, is absolutely massive. It's stupid amounts of money. It's bicep over tricep money. That is exactly what I am looking for when I'm looking for the multiple facets and factors I'm looking for in my scorecard. High quality company, good technicals, not at a 52-week high, has had a decent pullback, right? High implied volatility, high volume. So the volume here is really good. 400 contracts have been traded, right? So these are multiple factors that I'm looking for. Now the bid-ask spread isn't as tight as I like, but the market isn't open yet as I'm making this video. So for that reason, it's okay that this might change. So this is the first trade where I would enter into SoFi stock and just either add to the position that you already have, like I'm gonna do, or start a new position. Selling a put is the perfect way to start a new position because it's a strong entry. It's a cheaper entry, right? So you get to have an entry here. Now, the second trade that I would be looking at personally, because again, I'm bullish on SoFi. I think long-term, this stock is a $50 stock. I think that long-term, they're going to continue to execute. They have great management, great systems in place. They're entering into markets, which I like a lot. One of them is option trading. That's great. SoFi is entering into option trading. They've allowed level 1 option trading, which is just the basics, right? It's like a cash secured put or a covered call. But that's just one more product that they have added to the list of products that they have. The whole suite of products that they have creates, again, that addictive feeling to investors or to clients who are just going to be in love with the platform. The platform has so much personalization, so it takes them down this deep rabbit hole where they buy one thing, whether credit card, loan, refinancing, invest, right? And this increases the LTV or the lifetime value, right? So I studied business, I studied finance, economics, and analytics in college, and LTV is a really important metric for any business person. It's the value of a customer. It's the value that you derive from that customer in their total lifelong relationship, right? So when you have a short-term relationship, that's not going to be as profitable as having a really long relationship, and that's what SoFi is really good at. So they have the formula of acquire, build reputation and trust, take the client down the rabbit hole, and get them to upsell, cross-sell, and maintain that relationship for a long time. And that's why SoFi's market cap is going to explode over time. It's going to absolutely increase over time. I am personally super confident in that, and I've been in this stock for a very long time. You can even see how strong the trend is and how popular this stock has become amongst investors for good reason, okay? So the second trade that I'm going to be looking at is going to be a covered call trade. A covered call is where you own 100 shares of the stock and then you sell a call option. Let me show you the price that I would do this at. Okay, and there's a couple different prices. So let's say that you bought SoFi right now when the market opens up, okay? Very similar process. You would go for a 1 month out option and sell a covered call on it, okay? So SoFi, technically, it has been as high, right here is about 31.50, right? So very easy to actually pick a strike price is you also go for the 31 strike price. So if I enter this trade right here, right, if you buy 100 shares and then right away you sell a call option, making it a covered call position, then let me expand the option here, it's also around a 37 delta. You see how I'm picking a little bit higher than 30? Usually my sweet spot is 30, but in this video, a little bit different. because I think that SoFi has so much implied volatility, and right now it's trading within a certain range, right? On the Bollinger Band, it's in a very tight range on multiple different metrics. And given that it's in a tight range, it makes it a very predictable stock. So I really like SoFi right now to sell puts and this covered call I'm going to go into more detail on. You can also run the wheel strategy, right? I'm going to have a very important video for you to watch on the wheel in just a moment at the end of this video, but you can also run the wheel strategy here. So you can sell puts essentially to get assigned and to get into the stock. You want to get assigned, and then once you are assigned, you will be happy to sell covered calls. You can sell the covered call right away, or you can do the wheel strategy. And you can decide for yourself once you watch the video that I'm gonna send you at the end of this video. So let's finish here with a 31 strike. I would do this because the implied volatility is good, the volume is good, bid ask is great even before the market opens up. And your benefit here is that you still have the stock, right? You still have you buy 100 shares and then you sell a contract for each 100 shares, and then you just wait, right? If the stock sells off and you get assigned, that's fine. That's not a problem at all, because you will make a lot of money. You'll be very profitable because you're buying it for $28.40 and selling it for $31. And in addition to that, you get $131 worth of premium. So this is extremely profitable. If SoFi goes to 31, you will make more money in this scenario than the sell put example, right? You can also kind of do both or do the wheel strategy. You can do both or do the wheel strategy. If you don't know which one, then just get more educated. Do one or the other. They're both high quality trades, and get educated more on the wheel. I have a full program for you on the wheel. It's free. I'm going to put on the screen right now. This is the most important video that you can watch, period, on YouTube. There is no more important video on YouTube to learning how to generate income and trade properly, whether it's SoFi or other stocks. Most important video. I want you to check it out right now and actually take the time to go through it. It's not a short video, but it's the absolute blueprint. It's the golden formula to make bicep over tricep money. I promise you. All right, so go ahead, check that out, and I will catch you in the next video.